Life is unpredictable, it's wild, messy, and full of surprises. But that's the beauty of it. You don't always get what you expect, but you get what you fight for. You get what you believe in. You get what you work towards, no matter how impossible it seems. You see, I've been told no more times than I can count. I've been doubted, underestimated, and put in boxes I never belonged to. And maybe you have too. Maybe people have tried to define you, limit you, or tell you who you should be. But let me tell you something, nobody decides your life except you. You have power, you have a voice. And if you're waiting for permission to chase your dreams, stop waiting because your time is now. Stop apologizing for who you are. From the moment we are born, society tries to tell us who we should be. Be quieter, be softer, don't be too ambitious, don't be too opinionated. And for the longest time, many of us try to fit in. We try to meet expectations that were never ours to begin with. We dim our light just to make others comfortable. But let me ask you this. Why should you ever apologize for being exactly who you are? Why should you shrink yourself for someone else's approval? The truth is, the people who ask you to be less are usually the ones who are afraid of your potential. They see your fire, and instead of encouraging it, they try to put it out. But that's not your burden to carry. Your strength, your intelligence, your voice, they are yours to own, not to hide. If you're passionate, don't tone it down. If you have big dreams, don't let anyone tell you they're too big. You don't owe anyone an explanation for wanting more. You don't need permission to take up space in this world. The moment you stop apologizing for who you are, you give yourself permission to grow. You allow yourself to chase what excites you without guilt. You stop second-guessing yourself and start standing firm in your choices. And when that happens, you'll notice something. People will either respect you or remove themselves from your life. And both outcomes are a win. Look around you, the most successful, powerful, and inspiring people in the world, none of them got to where they are by playing small. They didn't hide their talents. They didn't pretend to be someone they weren't. They showed up fully, unapologetically, and relentlessly. So if you've been making yourself small, stop right now. Walk into every room like you belong there, because you do. Speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. Be bold, be fearless, and most importantly, never apologize for being you. Take risks, even if you're scared. Fear is a strange thing. It whispers in your ear, telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't take that step, why you shouldn't chase that dream, why you should just stay where it's safe. But let me tell you something, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Think about it. Every great achievement, every incredible success story, every life-changing moment, it all started with a risk. The people who changed the world aren't the ones who played it safe. They're the ones who felt the fear and did it anyway. So what's stopping you? Fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of not being good enough? Guess what? Everyone feels that way. Every successful person you admire has had moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when they questioned if they were making the right decision. The difference is they didn't let that fear stop them. Here's the truth, if something excites you and scares you at the same time, it's probably worth doing. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a signal. It means you're about to step into something bigger than yourself, and that's exactly where you need to be. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means believing in yourself enough to step into the unknown. It means trusting that even if you fail, you'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll come back stronger. The worst thing you can do is live your life wondering, what if? So go for it. Apply for that job, start that business, move to that city, speak up in that room. Whatever it is that sets your soul on fire, chase it. Even if your hands shake and your heart races, because in the end, you won't regret the risks you took. You'll regret the ones you didn't. Work hard, but work smart. We've all heard the phrase, work hard and you'll be successful. But let's be honest, hard work alone isn't enough. If effort was the only thing that mattered, millions of people would be at the top right now. The truth is, success isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. You can spend hours grinding, exhausting yourself, running in circles, but if you're not focused, if you're not strategic, You're just wasting time. Hard work should have direction, it should have a purpose. You need to know what you're working toward, what your goals are, and most importantly, what moves the needle forward. Embrace failure and learn from it. Failure, just hearing that word makes most people uncomfortable. We've been taught to fear failure, to avoid it at all costs, to see it as proof that we're not good enough. But here's the truth: failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed probably more times than they can count. The difference is they didn't let failure define them, they let it refine them. They understood that failure is just feedback. It's a lesson, not a life sentence. Think about it. When you fail, you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience. You now know what doesn't work, what needs improvement, what adjustments to make. Failure teaches you things that success never will. The real danger isn't failing, it's being too afraid to try. It's staying in your comfort zone, never taking risks, never pushing yourself because you're scared of falling. But let me tell you something: if you never fail, it means you're not trying hard enough. Success isn't about never making mistakes. It's about learning from them, adapting, and coming back stronger. So the next time you fail, don't see it as an ending, see it as a beginning. Take the lesson, improve, and move forward, because every failure brings you one step closer to the success you've been working for. Embrace it, own it, grow from it. Believe in yourself when no one else does. The world will always have opinions about who you are, what you're capable of, and what you should or shouldn't do. Some people will doubt you. Some will tell you it's impossible. Some will try to put limits on your potential. But here's what you need to remember: their doubts are not your reality. If you're waiting for the world to believe in you before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. The most important belief you can have is the one you have in yourself. Because if you don't believe in your own vision, how can you expect anyone else to? Look at the people who have achieved greatness. Did they have doubters? Absolutely. Did they face rejection? Of course. Did they stop? Never. Because they knew that their dreams were bigger than the opinions of small-minded people. They trusted themselves even when no one else did. You have to be your own biggest supporter. You have to hype yourself up when no one is clapping. You have to keep going even when the results aren't showing yet. Because success isn't built on the approval of others. It's built on self-confidence, consistency, and resilience. So stop looking for validation. Stop waiting for permission. If you want something, go after it like your life depends on it. Because at the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is the one you have about yourself. Take action. Dreams mean nothing without effort. You can have the biggest dreams in the world. You can visualize success, write down your goals, and talk about your ambitions. But if you're not putting in the work, it means nothing. Too many people get stuck in the one-day mindset. One day I'll start my business. One day I'll get in shape. One day I'll chase my passion. But one day never comes, because success doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you decide that today is the day. There's no secret formula. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to do the work for you. You have to get up, take action, and make it happen, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't isn't talent. It's effort. It's discipline. It's the willingness to do what others won't. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop doubting yourself. Take that first step, then take the next and the next. Because every action you take brings you closer to the life you've been dreaming of. And if you're not willing to work for it, you don't really want it. You've heard the excuses, you've seen people wait for the right time, the perfect moment. But let me tell you something: there is no perfect moment. There is only now. You owe it to yourself to show up for your dreams, to put in the work, to silence the doubts, and to stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good enough. You are already good enough. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you're willing to take.